Hey everybody, we're going to be making potato sausage with a little bit of a twist. We're going to be making it with jalapeños. I think Ole and Lena would be spinning in their grave if they knew I did this. But first, you want to cut your potatoes up. You want to blanch them in boiling water for about 8 to 10 minutes. That's because when you grind them up and put them in the sausage, if you don't blanch them and cook them first, they turn black. So you want to avoid that. And the only time you figure that out is when you do it wrong one time. Then you'll know you didn't blanch them. Got your seasonings. I'll post up here what I have for ingredients. And typically, potato sausage was made to stretch meat out further by putting in starch, by putting in onions and potatoes. Then you could stretch out your meat a lot more and stuff more sausage into hog casings that way. So that's why they did it. It was for the poor Swedish people. That's why it's usually a Swedish potato sausage. So as you saw, I cooked my onions and jalapeños. You don't have to do that, but I just kind of like them to have a little bit of a sweeter taste. So I like to cook them first, mix that up, put in your seasonings. And then what I do is I always make a little test patty and I microwave it for a minute. And then that way you can taste it before you go ahead and stuff it. Because if you stuff it into the brats and you cook it all and it's not what you like, then you're kind of stuck with it. So always make a test sample. And I think it's really good. Chunks of potatoes are still a little big, but that's fine. I kind of like it like that anyway. Not a big deal. So I let my meat kind of marinate, I would guess, overnight. You want it a little cool when you stuff it, because you don't want the fat sticking to the sides of your stuffer. And I know I had a comment a little while ago about why don't you get a vertical stuffer and save so much? Well, I do have one. I just don't use it all the time. So there. I used to use vertical stuffers all the time when I worked at the meat market. Get your hands all dirty. I got to wash my hands like 3 times during this process. It's horrible. But you do what you do. So when you put on hog casings, you want to get it wet. You want to soak your hog casings in water for about 20 minutes before you try putting it onto the horn, which is the plastic bit coming out of the stuffer. And then you fill it full, a little bit of water just so you can get on the horn, and then you can pull it on a lot easier. But Swedish potato sausage, usually they make them into rings. I usually just make them into brat chunks, but I do make one ring out of it. And then usually they're just pan fried or boiled. And I ended up smoking mine, which again, whatever, do what you want to do, right? I haven't smoked them, I don't think ever. So I did a smoked jalapeno potato sausage. And I'm just, thinking out of the box here. I've had potato sausage a lot of different ways. And since I'm doing it at home now, I'm not making it for sale at the meat market. That's the fun about meat making at home, is you can do it any way that you want. So go ahead and be adventurous with it. Here I'm twisting up the brats, and you go one way and then you go down another link and you go the other way, and you keep doing that the whole way down the sausage. So hopefully you get some enjoyment out of this. Just a quick way to show you how I make some potato sausage at home, or any kinds of brats, really. The process is the same. It's only your ingredients that change. So hopefully you have fun seeing this. Like, subscribe, share. If you have any questions about meat cutting, if there's anything you want to see me do, any kind of snack sticks, any kind of brats, any kind of jerky, let me know. I like to answer all questions. Thanks.